What is going on? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome out to another episode of That's Funny to Me. Ha, ha. I'm your host, Alton Walker, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Today it's as a comedian, it's hard to be funny, man. So tonight, I don't really want to focus on the funny. Although, you may get, you're going to get some laughter or whatever. But today I asked the comedians not to focus on the funny, but to focus on the real issues. So tonight we're going to jump into the current events and the state of America and where Black people are. So I invited my comedians, man, to just share their opinions on certain topics that we're going to talk about today. So grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, grab your family, grab your husband, your wife, sister, brother, bring them to the Facebook Live, YouTube, wherever you are. Bring them to the TV, man. We're going to jump into this conversation. All right? So I want to go ahead and start welcoming my comedians of the night. First, I'm bringing back my good friend. We got Marvin Hunter. Marvin Hunter, where you at, man? Y'all saw him before. He's been on a couple of shows. There you go.
What up?
Next up, we got another good friend of mine. He's returning. Wellington Ojukwu, the Nigerian
What up? Peace and blessings. Amen.
I try to give you a title, like a Nigerian something, but I didn't know what to call you, man. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm here, but brother. Anyway, I'm here.
We also got returning another friend of mine, all the way from Mississippi, Rita B. What up, Rita Brent?
What's up?
Black Power.
He's a Nigerian prince. Always
That's what
Nigerian
he is.
prince.
Nigerian prince, my baby. That's what he is. And now we have a new guest of mine, a new friend of mine, a new guest of the show. You may see him on social media with the Pay Teacher More Money. Pay Teacher More Money hashtag. Go look it up. He's doing a lot of work trying to get these teachers paid more. Y'all give it up for Hank Denson. Yeah.
How you doing, man?
What's going on, Hank?
How you doing, bro?
I like that. When you gonna give me one of them shirts, man? And I said, give it to me. I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, because I was about to tell you, payteachersmoremoney.com. They got plenty.
But why I got? Why I gotta go? Why you just can't give me one, man?
I got you, brother. It's not a problem.
All right, cool. Listen, I'm glad y'all came on the show today. I want to invite y'all because y'all are so savvy when it comes to current events. You four comedians, when we talk about current events, you guys are just on point. And that's why I invited you today, because there's so much going on in our community. So today, like I said, I'm gonna let y'all relax on the funny, although y'all know y'all gonna be funny anyway. But I really want to give these people some serious viewpoints on what's going on in America, in our Black community. So are y'all ready? Y'all ready to jump in? Y'all ready to jump in?
Yes, sir. We ready?
Let's go.
Amen.
Let's do it. I contact most of y'all about today. Today, I put out a post. We had an issue today with this Blackout Tuesday. Now, me personally, I woke up. I didn't know what was going on, but I just know I was not about to be quiet today. And I put out a video. Basically, if y'all don't know what Blackout Tuesday is, they wanted people to post a black square and hashtag Blackout Tuesday, and it was to bring solidarity of the movement that's going on. But the message got mixed up. I did some research, and the original movement was for the music industry to black out, to show solidarity, to stop the streaming, to stop the business and all that. But it got out to the public, and we had some issues, and I kind of talked to all y'all about it, and I wasn't for it. So let's start up. Wellington, what you thought about it? What you thought about this whole Blackout Tuesday today?
Now, initially, I was not informed on what Blackout Tuesday was, but I so happened to frequent Amanda Seals' page, and I noticed that she put up, I think it's from Miss Patty Nick. I'm not going to not mess up her name. And I went to her page, and she talked about what it was. It's two Black women that started. They wanted a short pause on the music industry. Then it spread, and then Blackout Tuesday became something for everybody that is non-Black to post a black creator, artist, musician, comedian, whoever it is, to post their content on their page. Share, amplify the voices of black people through posting their content on their page, or post whatever it is that they may be discussing, or whatever it is that you can post on your page. Take 24 hours from posting your own content and post, black people's stuff on there. That's what I learned what it was.
And it was so confusing because the one that I got, the Blackout Tuesday I got said, no posting on Tuesday, no posting, no engagement. They wanted me to be silent, and that's what I got. Hank, now, I don't know, did you get something different? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Hank, what you say now?
When it got to me, it was more or less like the hashtag that I got, and then it was save the, what was it? The show is paused.
The show is paused, yep.
And and then when I called around, I was just like, when it explained to me, it was like, we're killing the culture on what we put out because we motivate so much stuff. Now, what I got caught up with is one of my white friends said, she came on, she was like, why are we putting this up? We need to have the conversation. And I was like, do it have anything to do with you?
Right.
But then I was like, that made me pedal back a little bit and let me get more details. And I was like, you know what? That's when I hit the whole point where we need to organize, but then we need to move together and put the information at the same time. But then we can't show that we are belligerent with each other. That's the problem we have. We don't communicate. Look, if something go on when they're making their movements, we don't know there's a problem. But if something go on when we doing it, one of us pop up like, why we need to be like, hey, let me tell you what's going on. Before we go in and be like, this don't make no sense, because what happens is it always makes us look disheveled. And when in dissension, there's room to divide us. So
yeah. And I put out a video because I felt like if we be silent, if that's the message, I can't do that because it's so much to talk about. And I felt like, for instance, if we had a George Floyd situation, we know about that situation through social media. And if it's hid in black screens, how can we get to it? Rita, what you felt about it?
So before I went to bed, I saw Trump holding up the Bible, and I said, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and do a video about this, right? And so I woke up, I got on Instagram, and everything was blacked out. And I'm like, I ain't even get this memo about the blackout thing. But when Will Smith posted it, I was like, okay, clearly it's real. Will Smith done posted it. Everybody else posted it. Now I feel pressure to post it because I didn't want to be left out, And actually, a lady did comment on one of my videos. She was like, why are you posting this today? You supposed to be blacking out. I'm going to need you to erase this now. I'm like, first of all, you ain't my mama. But when I was looking at all of the hashtags, it was like, hey, you can say Blackout Tuesday, but you can't say Black Lives Matter, because now you're pushing the message down, and it just got real confusing. And so I said, forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and post my little funny video. And like Hank, I was looking at Amanda Seales' page. I was looking at Sean King's page, trying to see who is the leader here, who is the leading force, who are we going to listen to, who are we going to follow. So I think it was well intentioned, but there was just not enough organization around it. But I'm with you, ultimately. We have to keep talking about things, because silence that's betrayal. In a sense, that's what Martin Luther King said. It comes a point when silence is betrayal, so we don't need to be silenced.
Marvin, did you black out today, Marvin?
Let me get to that, Hank. I did. It made my PTSD act up, because I get aggravated fast, and I blacked out at around 2:30 in the morning, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be in solidarity with everybody. This is what we doing, and then I think Big Sean said. Then I seen Cedric the Tank do it. I like, okay, I just focus on Facebook or something. I just do that, and then I woke up this morning, and the message was all over the place, bro. Being military, I don't like indecisiveness during a evolution. It drives me crazy. You know, so
right.
I end up being mad about it. I'm like, because either we doing it or we not. And then I seen the same message that Wellington seen. I watched the girl explain it, and I was like, okay, I get it now. But it was all over the place first thing this morning, though. I was like, that had me heated a little bit.
You know, and as influencers and entertainers, like I talked to a bunch of us today, and a lot of us felt pressure to do it. Like I talked to one of my friends, and he said, "Well, I was too scared not to post it because all this counsel culture. You know, they counseling people now, man. Like they counseling us. We got to be careful what we say." So everybody was like, "Well, let me post it." And then you get Candace Owen. Did y'all see her comment about it?
Oh, I don't watch nothing she said.
What'd she say?
Bruh, she applauded it. She said, and Wellington, did you see it, Wellington? Did you see her, her post?
Post? No, I didn't. I don't
So
I'm like them. I don't listen to nothing Candace Owen say. They own Candace Owen like property. So anything that come out of her mouth is very predictable.
But she wasn't the only one. It was another woman, and I don't know her name, but they was applauding. They was like, "Well, I'm glad y'all are silencing celebrities. I wish this would last forever, and thank y'all doing it on the day of election. Like today, primaries start. So why would y'all do a blackout and have all this confusion amongst the black community when the primaries start today in about eight cities?"
But let's say this.
Interesting.
What did this affect with people voting? Like let's not take. We always quick to say one thing confuses us to do another thing. We know we need to vote. That's a no-brainer. I don't care what you post on Instagram, Facebook, what your mama doing, your daddy doing. We need to vote. So whatever happened, I knew that the primaries were. And if you don't know as a black person when the primaries are, and we here now, you got a problem. And if the black screen confused you, where you like, I ain't know the screen was up, where we were, you the problem.
And that's true.
You know black people like little puppies, and they get distracted by shiny objects. You know that.
But here's the thing about that though. Posting those stickers of I voted, and I posted those stickers is just a reminder. Sometimes it reminds me, oh man, I need to go out there and vote. It's just a reminder. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say this to you, that's sad, brother. I'm gonna say because you know what?
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this though. What I'm saying is this. I meet my deadline to vote. I'm not saying I don't vote. What I'm saying is it's just a constant reminder. Okay, I'm busy. Let me hurry. Let me go get this junk done instead of keep pushing it off till the very last minute. And a lot of people are like that.
Alton, I want to piggyback on what you said. Look, I completely understand what it means that we have to constantly reiterate. We have to constantly reinforce or say what somebody else said. Because even Marvin knows from us being in the military, Rita Brent, you too, from us being in the military, that one of the officers will get up and they'll say a speech. The next guy gonna come up and say the same thing. And when he done, the other guy gonna come up and be like, let me reiterate. And just to piggyback off of what the other 4 people just said, I'm gonna say the same thing. And then when he done, once everybody's left, and once we're done with the stations right there, our supervisor, our immediate supervisor is going to say, let me reiterate and piggyback on what other people said. Tell y'all, so there's something to be said when it has to be said over and over again, and it just has to be done. It has to be said over and over again, or else the people will miss the message.
Yeah. I thought Hank had a rebuttal on that. I thought Hank had something.
Well, no, I was going to say to the point, and I was going to let him finish this point. What I'm saying is we don't have the conversations we're supposed to have prior. We always on some, oh, you got voted today, let's go. That's why we don't know what the elections are going to do. We just out there voting because I like this sheriff and he black. We don't have no agenda. So if we sat down and we know the primaries are coming, we already talked as the politician and be like, he's garbage. Don't vote for him. But we out there just like, I'm going to get a sticker today. That doesn't make sense. That's why we're having a problem. That's why the laws are not for us. because we showing up last minute like the cookout and be like, what? I brought ice.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late now. We trying to eat a full plate. Now you can't get a full plate because everybody was here early and they got the chicken and the ribs and the fish.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got to stop doing that.
And that's another issue. You brought up a whole nother issue, because the issue is not just black people voting, but also knowing who you voting for. You know what I'm saying? So even in that's why I'm like, it's never a time to black out our social media. Never a time. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that just got out of hand, because that information need to be put out. Who are we voting for? What's their name? What are they about? Because you know a lot of black people, what we do, we go in there, and if it say Democrat, we just check the box.
Democrat or Brown or Jackson.
If it's not Brown.
If it say Brown or Jackson, you like,
that's the guy.
He gotta be black. he gotta be black and then you go see him. It's an Asian dude named Willie Jackson.
Right.
So, but I didn't black out, man. I didn't do it, and I spoke out against it, and I didn't really speak out against it, but I just brought up questions about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a time to black out. You know.
Well, I did because I was scared, so I did it. Because they canceling people, man. You know?
Yeah.
But how y'all feel about this cancel culture, though?
Bro, they gonna have to
bad.
cancel me. Because I'm telling you right now, I ain't gonna never stop saying what I'm saying. So they gonna have to cancel me.
Like, they canceling it's like people just. I'm so tired of this cancel culture. It takes away from us being free in our opinions. We all scared to do stuff now. It's just out of hand, man.
Who's really
crazy stuff?
Hold on, Wellington. Go ahead, Wellington.
Who's really getting canceled now, though? Who? What was the last person that got canceled?
They tried. Well, the last person who just got canceled.
They tried, but all right. I'll say this: Doja Cat. Doja Cat was the one who was talking about. She was saying the N-word in different racist chat rooms. But is she really canceled? Doja Cat got over 4-point-something million followers, and what it's going to do is it's going to she got more followers from that. Like, she just gained more followers from that. Of course, albeit maybe more white people that like her rhetoric, but I mean, Doja Cat's. Have you seen her wigs? Her wigs are canceled. So anybody that already wears canceled wigs is uncancelable. Her hairline left her a long time ago. So Doja Cat don't even really care about being canceled. If you don't care about your hairline at the age of 24, she's 24, and her hairline is already gone. So she does not care about you canceling her, because she canceled her, and it was
my name. Doja Cat should be canceled anyway.
I don't think a lot of the audience that's looking know who Doja Cat is, but I want to know who else has a wig that should be canceled, hairline.
Okay, I mean, the cancel, put it like this: cancel, like Kevin. They tried to cancel Kevin Hart. How about that?
That was a while back. Kevin Hart defeated
But
it.
I'm saying, like, for people.
I didn't answer my question though.
LeBron. I would just say it. Forget it. LeBron and Stevie Wonder. Okay.
That lady from CNN. I don't know what her name is. She got a nice little furry hat. That's like a little furry hat. The lady from CNN. I don't know who. I can't remember her name. That's a furry hat.
I said they had to be canceled.
Gayle King need to be canceled. She wear a lot of loose wigs. Them wigs be.
They be jiggling. They be jiggling on her head.
One time I seen her turn, and it didn't even move. It stayed right here. It was caught right
here. Yeah, and then
we're not gonna look.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder's doing bad.
That ain't no wig though.
There's a hairline though.
Yeah, his hairline is back on his calf muscle. It just slid all the way back. And I don't know why they still keep cutting it back on his calf muscle.
I thought he was.
That's the way he wanted. That might be where he get his singing ability from.
Why his mustache go all the way around his lips? It ain't a goatee. It just go all the way around his lips and connect. What is that?
Yeah, it ain't nothing here.
Hey.
I thought he was
Stevie ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. We're not gonna put Stevie on the chopping block.
Stevie is barber should be on the chopping block.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Oh man, that was funny. Oh my God. All right, so let's move on. Next topic, man. How y'all feel about this protesting that's going on out there? The protesting / looting. Marvin, what you think?
At first, I ain't gonna lie, I was back on some of that. Come on, y'all, don't tab your community. Don't tear the target up. What's that helping? And then they went and set that police precinct on fire. And I was like, yes! Now you have my attention. Now I'm with you. Now do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But
now
some people say that's wrong.
I know they say it.
Now the police.
But how many times you gonna get punched in the face without retaliating? This is
right.
Look at the collage of black faces, man. And every time we go through this, and then it die down, we move to the next person, and then it die down, and we move to the next person. This is out of hand, man. Some gotta happen. Yeah. I don't have the answers, but some gotta happen.
Rita, what you think?
I say we learn from the best when it comes to burning and looting. If we think about Black Wall Street, if we think about the church in Alabama who burned that church with them little girls in it, if we think about crosses being burned in civil rights leaders' front yards, we learn from the best. So now don't call for civility when you set the precedent. Don't call for civility now. That's one thing. Another I saw is that protesters are sitting and looters are looting. They're not one and the same.
That's good stuff.
They're not one and the same. And my third point is
going on
no riots, no arrest. Period. Had they not rioted on behalf of George Floyd, those policemen would still be chilling. And 3 of them still are. So we're getting results. And like Mark Lamont Hill said, they're rebellions. They are revolts. You have to take that negative tone away from it and call it for what it is. We are getting results with these rebellions and these revolts.
Yeah,
girl, Rita, we should have did a whole standing applause. Wellington, what you got?
That precinct, the precinct. There are people saying that was actually the police that burnt that precinct, because prior to that precinct burning, when the protesters came to that specific precinct, there were snipers on the roof. There were snipers already positioned on the roof. Now they seem to have this same pattern with any protest that comes to a police department, because they had snipers in the roof in Austin, Texas. And in Austin, Texas, they actually shot a Hispanic person, a Hispanic male in Texas. They were sniping from the roof. He did absolutely nothing.
So, you're talking about the 16-year-old boy that got shot with the rubber bullet in the head? Yep, I saw that.
Yes.
Okay.
They sniped him. There's also a video online where the police are telling a woman how to spray paint the buildings with graffiti and Black Lives Matter. So this movement is being hijacked as we watch it, as we see it. We're seeing people looting just for the sake of looting. We're seeing people destroy property that's not even Black people who are out there protesting peacefully. So at this point, they're looking to blame us for it, to incite martial law and to incite another precedence, that they've been wanting to do.
Hey, what you think, man? What
you think about it? It's time to defund the police. Time to defund the police.
Go ahead.
I'll piggyback on what Rita said. Looting is a learned behavior. Racism doesn't even belong to us. What has happened is the Tea Party, Boston Tea Party was looting. All this before we were even. If you did anything, anytime you did something as a Black man or woman, they would come and burn your house down. Now, where did that start? Because I don't remember anybody in slavery going, we going to burn the masses' house down. That is not what we did. That is never what we did. And every time we marched, and the thing is, we have presented every peaceful piece of what we can do. You kneel, you wrong. You sit down, you wrong. Black screens is wrong. We find anything we say is wrong. But then when we do something all across the country and they say, oh, black people do this, and they trying to label us, but let's remember, the Million Man March was how many black men? 3, 4 million? And we peacefully walked up to the White House and peacefully walked out of there. So that we ain't about a lot of violence. One thing that people believe, and I say this a lot, we're angry, but we're not volatile till we are pushed. And it's not our nature. It's not our nature. Whether if I knew who my people were in Africa, that's fine. I don't. But in retrospect, my wife was asking me today, and a couple of my white friends had called and asked me, and we're like, we're not scared. We mad. And if they, like you said, if they had handled their business, they handle their business every time this happens and bring down, because look, when we riot, we walking, we holding hands, right? With everybody. But they want to get their hair cut. They standing in the city hall with a grenade launcher. And
with a grenade launcher!
AR-15. Yep. And ain't nobody scared. Nobody ain't doing nothing. Now, if we were standing out there with guns, they would have rallied this up, dropped the bomb. It would have been a whole bunch of stuff going on. So what are we supposed to do? So when somebody say they burn down somebody's Target that's going to get insurance money, or somebody's restaurant that was out of business anyways, and they already getting 30 million because they ain't giving it to the teachers. They burn down a Ruth Chris, they got 20 million. Burn down a Shake Shack, they got 7 million. But these places, all they're going to do is file their insurance. And they're going to get whatever they need.
And
they hijacking this. They flying people in to be actors and all this. I saw a lady cuss these people out. These white kids were handing these black kids a brick.
A brick.
Yeah.
One thing
and they had stacks of bricks set up.
And gasoline, our younger society, and this is what the detach is. That's why we need to talk and sit down and talk to these kids. Because they got energy, but they don't have no direction. And what it is, they're easily led. Them kids ain't gonna run in no Gucci store unless they see somebody going there first. You ain't thinking, I'm gonna run in the Gucci store. A lot of stuff is direction. You see somebody throw a rock, the white kid's throwing a rock. Let's throw some rocks. They don't know he on the police department.
Yeah. And, Marvin, what you about to say?
This is so appalling to them. Guess how appalling it gonna be if you let them get off. You ain't seen nothing yet. Let them police officers get off and watch and see what happened. You don't understand. They stole a horse, a police horse, and rode it down the street. Don't you tell me the limits of black youth. They stole a police horse and filmed himself riding down the street.
He had his
now, where they do that at? Where they do that at? Where they do that? Now, where he gonna park the horse at? What is he gonna tie him up behind the house at Big Mama house? He gonna try to breed him with some pit bulls? What is he gonna do? They drove a forklift past the camera when the lady was reporting. A whole forklift. Don't you tell me about the Don't you tell me about the energy? No, you don't know. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming.
These kids, I'm telling you, they don't have no direction. They stole a train. They stole a little hobby train out of the mall.
Stole the children train, and then a real train. They broke into it, and the conductor started moving the train. They still was jumping on there, getting stuff about it.
I want to know what powered the train. What powered the mall train? Because they put that mall train on I-86 on the interstate, and it was going about 30 miles per hour in the HOV lane. How did they even get it to exit 9?
93 octane. It was probably running on
how you drive your car through the front glass window of the mall, and you drive your car up and down the mall. How does that happen?
I'm trying to find out who taught the boy how to ride the horse in the first place.
That's what I want to know. Who
just
taught
know.
him how to ride the horse? Because he was
Black
running.
people talented. We just know.
Who taught how to?
There's nothing we
just come
can't
out
do.
knowing how to do everything. Right.
It's
That's
so,
right, Hank.
We got
That's
so
the
y'all
problem.
telling me what you say, Rita?
I said that's the problem. Black people good at everything. That's why they feel so inferior and want to be superior because we good at everything.
Oh my God! Hey, how did
You
you
done said a
learn how to?
word.
Listen, I don't even know how to drive a forklift.
And he drove it past at a respectable speed. That's what's so crazy. He wasn't even hightailing past. He just kind of casually drove past the lady, and the lady reported. I'm like, well, you know what? He knows something. He knows something.
Our
You
people
ain't
have
seen
had
nothing.
it. They had it. They had it. Had enough.
They had it, man. You know, and I'm gonna tell you what made me so mad about the looting. When those cops, I live in Atlanta. The only person live in Mississippi is Rita. But in Atlanta, Lenox Mall, they came so fast to barricade Lenox Mall, the National Guard, and I posted. I said, I wish y'all was that fast to protect us from police brutality. Like, come on, man. Y'all rushed to protect this mall. And all we ask you to do the same for us when they beating on us. It's almost like they worry about these buildings more than they worry about lives, and which we already know that's the truth. Y'all worry about these buildings more about the lives that we're losing. It's sad.
That's
man.
what the bailout.
Alton,
That's what the bailout was.
you
The bailout. They sent everybody $1,200, but these companies got millions and millions of dollars. Like they may not even open, but they was like, "We're gonna give y'all this. Here you go." But y'all gave the place that nobody don't even go to. I think Fresco Steaks. You ever heard of that place? The perimeter. That
I
food
ain't never
nasty.
heard
They
of
need to close. Yeah, it's nasty, but they got money.
And so my question.
Fresco was
Go
ready to
ahead.
burn their own place down.
They did them fake.
Fresco was ready to burn it down.
And my thing is this: is like, I think that was a good thing that people put out there, that what the companies got on the stimulus. And you want somebody that got a little $1,200 not to be mad. I mean, you got to think about it. We've been cooped up for 3 months. We've been
that
cooped
quarantine
up.
energy. That was quarantine energy.
They had energy, man. I almost want to say, maybe God was saying, look, man, I'm trying to let y'all rest because I need y'all out here. And maybe this is a God thing, man.
Let me elaborate on something that you said earlier. You said when they hit Lenox Mall, the police showed up ASAP. And what's interesting is, imagine this. They've made thousands of arrests for protesters when they only had to make 4. If they had made 4 earlier, I can promise you this could have all been avoided.
Yeah,
but the way the culture is, it's time to dismantle the whole system. It is time to dismantle. They keep trying to ask us. They keep trying to ask us how do we get rid of racism? Why should we tell you how to get rid of racism when y'all started? This is y'all. This is your culture.
That's not our responsibility. That's not our responsibility.
It's your culture.
I put a post out there. It's not our responsibility to fix racism. It's not our fault, and it's not our responsibility to figure it out. We can't fix it. It's on white people that are raised. It's on y'all to fix it. And I'm tired of us.
Why should we have to explain to you?
And Rita, you know we from Mississippi, so you know if somebody was raised racist, you ain't gonna get that out of them. The thing of it is, I need to make you understand it's detrimental to your health, your wallet, your freedom for you to be racist toward me. You will be civil toward me. I don't even care if you respect me, but you will be civil toward me. You can say the N-word 5,686 times when you leave my presence, but when you around me, we're not standing for none of that.
That's it.
You know.
Yeah, how hard is that?
We may not ever sing Kumbaya. Yeah. We may not ever sing Kumbaya together as
I'm done.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this.
I'm done with that.
Anything, I think, put it like this. Somebody gave me this analogy. Racism was like, you ever see the Frankenstein movie where the doctor he was building this diabolical monster that was going to pillage the village and control and give him all his power because he had this monster, right? He made the monster, and the monster started having feelings, started having emotions on what it was doing. Now the monster's like, I don't want to do it no more. You do it. Then he tried to give him a partner. Remember, he made a female Frankenstein, and she was more or less like, he felt bad at what he was doing now because then he got a conscience about what he did to the other monster. The other monster was doing that. So he's like, I can't do another one. And Frankenstein was like, no, you need to fix this. You need to fix this now. What's happening now? The doctor, which is the white community, are looking around like, okay, well, some of them want to fix it, some of them don't. But in the long run, they don't know what to do because their monster has emotions. It's on seep through everything. Now they don't know what to do. They can't control it. So they're trying to figure out, half people trying to reel it in. The other half is like, well, maybe it'll go out of control. Maybe it'll burn out. That's not. It's just something they created that they didn't know what they were creating. And then the thing is, they put one ingredient in it that they could not control and put their fingers on was us. They expected us to just be done. They expected us to disappear. They expected us after slavery to just dissolve. And everything they stack on us, we still come to the top. We still overcome. So this is just one more thing that we're just like, we're going to overcome this. But the thing is, we have to be smarter because now a lot of other techniques and chemicals and all kinds of computer stuff is put in place. So now we got to be more constructive about what we saying, what we do. Yeah, we comedians, we the tools. We the comedians that go out. We got a toolbox that a lot of people don't have. We can go in a room, no matter what the color is, and feel everything in the room, tell the jokes, make them laugh, and then get out there and get the information back to other people because we break down walls where people come to us and tell us stuff we didn't even ask them.
Amen.
And I would tell you this: we shall overcome. But I don't feel like singing it no more. I tell you that. I don't feel like singing
it. I'm done with dialogue. I'm done with dialogue.
I'm done with them begging for your life hymns. I'm done with it. I don't want to hear another "We shall overcome someday." The helplessness, the hopelessness in those songs and the lyrics is pathetic. It is pathetic. I'm not teaching my son to beg for his life. You shouldn't have to plead for anything that you were born with the right to have. You have a right to be here, and you shouldn't be begging for it through songs and lyrics or teaching it to your kid or your children. It's done.
Someday I got a problem with that. The someday in the song, like it ain't no expiration date. Is it gonna be Friday? Is it gonna be Saturday?
Now.
Is it gonna be 2021? Is it gonna be year 3000?
I'm tired of the dialogue, man.
Deep in my heart, like whose heart? How deep do we have to go? Someday. No, let's put a date on it. We shall overcome tomorrow. June 3rd, 2020.
Yeah. And I'm tired of reaching across the table. How is it in 2020, you still don't know racism is racist? You still don't know not to do this. Why are we still trying to explain to white people, please don't do this. We don't like this. Please don't do this to us. Why are we still doing that? Now, I do understand they control, we still live in a white person's world. But, man, all this trying to explain, it needs to be more what's happening, more reaction instead of talking. Like, all that, and well, this is a clean show. I can't say what I'm saying, but I won't say. But I'm telling you something. Like, all of this that's going on, a lot of that could be rectified. Do you remember when we was kids? You got kids being called an N-word. They coming home crying to their parents. You got all these white kids posing in the George Floyd pose with their knee on each other's head and putting on line. When I was in school, if a kid did that, that kid got to change schools. That kid would have to change schools. Ain't no way you coming back to school after you did that. But now it's like everything's so accepted, and all these Karens. Let me tell you something. And I'm not advising no guy to do this, but sisters, stop filming these Karens to embarrass them. Put the camera down and go recalibrate her. That's what you need to do. And she'll stop. I promise you. Go recalibrate that individual. She'll stop.
Why you use that word?
Very sophisticated way to say beat somebody down.
Recalibrate.
I'm trying to figure
I'm
out why.
trying to not, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Hashtag recalibrate. Thank you, Mark.
We gotta move on.
That's old school.
Stop filming it.
We gotta move on. But
When you start using
like
auto mechanic terms,
hey,
you start talking about tightening somebody up. Let me adjust your lug nuts. Let me change your spark plugs. Let me rotate your tires. Put them on the back or the end of the car. I'm about to shove your engine and your transmission on out. I'm about to pull it out. That's
Rita, you said how deep in your heart you gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? Good Lord Almighty. Deep, and we get that far in the song, deep in my heart. I'm tired. I'm not singing that song.
All right, last topic, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. We got about 15 more minutes. All right, last topic, man. Trump. We cannot go without talking about Trump, man. Trump has literally declared war on his citizens.
Yes.
Can I say the solutions?
Huh? What?
The solutions?
Solutions to what?
It's like Family Feud. It's like Family Feud. Wellington ain't gonna even let you finish the question. I know the answer. Go ahead. Go ahead, Wellington. Answer the question. This past Monday.
I want to say the solutions.
All my life, I had to fight. And now,
hey, man, what you think, man?
We're gonna all get it tonight.
What you think about it, man?
You said Trump.
Yeah, Trump, man. You know, he's basically declaring war. It's been tapes of him talking about, you know, killing the citizens, taking over, dominating. Hey, what you think about this rhetoric, man?
The picture that he took was a picture from Hitler.
Oh, that's the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah. So that picture.
Yeah.
That's the same picture that Hitler took. Now,
sure did.
I don't talk about Trump and do all that because we could have put some Senate people in there. We could have put some people in Congress that would have got a lot of stuff done, and we wouldn't have had to deal with a lot of because we didn't vote. So every president we get, even Obama, everybody has something wrong with the president's doing. This is not nothing that hasn't been here when Reagan, when Bush, when a lot of stuff. Because we got to keep remembering, crack epidemic. There's been so much stuff that's been done by presidents. It's just that he don't read the script, or he can't read. So he ain't doing a lot of the schmoozing and making us feel good about the stuff he doing. He just doing whatever. So just like anything that we do, everything that we seeing now, it's a system. It's something in place to, like he said, algorithms, all this stuff as a plan that they have. And all we have to do is figure it out, read it, pay attention to it, and work the opposite way against it. Because otherwise, their plan is, if anytime we have any control over something, they're trying to come take control over it. So
right.
That's just how it is. That's why they control money, they control housing, education, and it's a majority of the stuff we need to know is in a book. Because you think about it, if everybody that when you were younger you took Afro-Am or Afro-American studies was in your curriculum, this would be a whole different conversation with a lot of people. Yeah. You know how many adults that didn't even know, like adults that I know did not know about Black Wall Street? How you not know about it? Yeah. That's American history. That's the first time that America has bombed on their own soil. And how you not know about it?
Yeah.
Well, we don't write our histories in those books either. So,
yeah.
I mean, when we go to school and all that, we don't write our history. Them white folks write their history book, you know. Right. Rita, what you think about your president?
You know what's interesting?
Go ahead, Wellington.
Go ahead, Wellington.
No, since y'all was on the topic of history, we know. Hey, we're not going to do this. Hey, I just wanted to mention, since we're on the topic of history, North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina. Are you familiar with that? Back in 1898, when they destroyed the city of Wilmington, North Carolina, there was a Republican Black ran society, very successful. They ran all kind of ads when they were up for election. They ran all kind of ads to dissuade white people from joining the Republican Party that had black elective officials in that party. And when those ads didn't destroy their power, guess what they did? They did the same thing that they did in Tulsa. They did there in Wilmington, North Carolina, and they kept it hid. They kept it hid. They kept it hid in their libraries. They said you can't even ask for the information on the history of that. But they ended up running the same thing. So I think every time a city has tried to grow to power with black officials, they found a way to destroy it every time. And that's been their
every
history.
black organization. That's every black organization, you know. Rita, what you think, man?
I don't think Trump is a Democrat or Republican. He is a tyrant and a dictator. And he is extremely scary because everything he tries to enact has a racial historical aspect to it. Just like this thing that he's doing now, trying to employ the military. That's the Insurrection Act, where that they used to use back in the day to reinforce segregation. That's when they used to try to use the military to reinforce segregation. Now, it was used for desegregation as well when the Little Rock Nine were trying to get in school. But Trump is unapologetic in his supremacy. And it seems to be a consequence of us having Barack Obama. It's like they were so mad that a black man, half black, rose to some kind of prominence. They're like, we are going to reject that so heavily and bring the complete opposite of Obama. And now we have Trump, and he is unapologetically racist. I mean, even with when y'all start looting, we start shooting, that has a racial history to it. You know, when he's calling protesters thugs, we know who he's talking about. He wants to say the N-word on Twitter, but he just can't. Or if he did it, his base would find a way to defend him. So I think having Trump as the leader of America is extremely dangerous and scary, because what he is doing is setting an example for the young white people. They are looking at Trump, they are learning from him, and they are reinforcing racism. So we will never live in a post-racial society, and America should be ashamed. The Electoral College should be ashamed for allowing this man to be president. It is scary, and I am just disgusted by the way they defend him. Because we know if Obama had done even a portion of the things that Trump has done, they would have eaten him alive. I mean, the double standard is awful. This to me, this is one of the most embarrassing times in our history. And Trump has to get out of office by any means necessary.
Marvin, you vote? Marvin, you voting for him?
No, sir. No, sir. You know, Marvel Universe has a lot of villains. So you have Red Skull, you have Ultron. Trump is like Thanos' daddy. If Thanos had a daddy, it would be Trump. Trump is he is the absolute worst. He's not only a bad president, he's a horrible human being. He's everything we tell our children not to be. He's narcissistic. He's racist. You know, he's xenophobic. He's homophobic. He's everything, and he's a liar. The fact that we live in a country that would even elect somebody like that is horrific. It's scary. He literally is making this up as he go along, and the people who elected him. It's in my opinion, it's no longer about Trump. It's about the people who support him. Trump is showing he's an idiot a long time ago. He just doing what he do. But the people who hold up for him and never hold him to account, that's what's scary. These are your doctors and your local, people that that you thought was cool. You thought he was a fair white people, and they rolling with Trump. What is what's that lady name? The pastor, the white lady, the pastor who pastors a lot of black churches.
God dog it, I know you're talking about.
The hair to
Paula
the
White?
side.
Paula White.
Not Paula White.
Paula White.
Paula White.
The way she flipped. How can you take some of these evangelicals serious? How can you do it? This man literally he is nothing in him about the word of God. He is anti all of that. He used the Bible as a prop. He literally, as the leading person of this country, used the Bible as a prop. How can you follow him? It's sad and it's scary. And I just don't know what kind of world we living in, you know?
I think that's
they
a
have
challenge
dictators
that
enough.
community that I think the challenge of the church community is to challenge those white preachers and pastors in churches. You know, it's time to challenge them, man. Wellington, do you have anything you want to say about Trump, or you already your face is saying it?
No, I mean, what he's saying is interesting, but at the same time, it shows you the kind of racist society we like. It really amplified racism. Trump amplified it because he is their mascot. Trump is the mascot for racism. He encourages it. He does not detest it. He does not say anything is wrong with it. He says there's good people over there. That's what he says. So I think at this point, we're at a point where we need to find solutions. And these solutions
That's what I want to talk about. Well, let's get into the solutions, because what I want to do, I want y'all to take, because we got a few more minutes. I just want y'all to take like a minute or two, and since Wellington, you already talk about solutions, I just want to hear from y'all what y'all think are some solutions that we can start today or tomorrow or whatever. Just what do y'all think are solutions? So Wellington, you started off. Go ahead. What you think are some solutions?
Let's start defunding police. Period. Take away the funding. Why are they running? Why are we militarizing our police? Why? Why do they need guns that were built to fight RoboCop and the T-1000 and Terminator 55? Why do we need those kind of arsenal? Who are you battling? Everybody in the neighborhood that you are policing is going to Publix, Tweeters, Teeters, Trader Joe's. You don't need an AR-56-7 Hemi 935 calibrated ricochet shotgun 25 assault rifle with a knife at the butt of the gun. You don't need that. We going to Walmart. We coming back home. Demilitarize the post. Defund them. Period. We don't need a military. They need to defund it and abolish the prisons. It's time to break all this down. Dismantle it. Every time a school closes, another prison rises. For every 2 McDonald's, it's a prison on I-85 and I-30 and I-20. Come on. It's too much. We need to take away the fundings from all those, take away the investors from all these places and pull out. Pull our money.
What you think, Rita?
There's no reason we.
Yeah, because you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Hey, I'm passionate.
Thank you, Chuck.
It's good.
I agree with Wellington 1,000% about demilitarizing the police, because what we have seen, the type of aggression that protesters are being met with by police is embarrassing. And it's just too much. The lethal force. I didn't even know rubber bullets could hurt people like that. You know, I think rubber bullets, I'm thinking, oh, okay, look, like a little cartoon bullet. No, I've been seeing some bloody faces. So I'm with you, Wellington. Demilitarize the police. I also think you need to pay attention to your local elections, because local elections eventually affect national elections. So when you have people in these lower level positions representing you, you can train them for those bigger elections, you know, in those bigger positions. I think that we need to have allies. I don't think we've ever gotten anywhere without allies. So white folks need to hold white folks accountable. Period. You know, Martin Luther King, all of them had allies. And then the last thing, I think Black people need to own their power, and we need to start owning our own things. Some of the elders will tell you that they thought segregation was not bad. Like integration actually was counterproductive to our movement, because we started moving our resources outside of the Black community. So you think about NFL players, you think about NBA players, you think about Division I teams. Those teams would be nothing without the talents of those Black athletes. So why aren't we taking Ice Cube's lead and starting our own Big Three, starting our own National League? So take away the power from these owners who are capitalizing off you and own and start your own things. So that's a combination of things.
Marvin, what you got?
Bro, nothing is going to work if we don't get him out of office. That's the solution. You got to get him out of office, man. I mean, the thought of him being in for another 4 years is crazy. Because do you not understand how much of a joke to him? You see what he's doing now, and it's coming up on election. He don't even care. Think about what he's gonna do if this is his last term. He ain't got to worry about it. And he got 1 foot in the grave. He's 70-some years old. Man, this dude about to act a fool. So you got to get him out of office. That's the solution. Get him out of office at all costs.
Hey, what you got?
Real quick, 3-part. I would say we got to vote. We got to communicate effectively on what a plan is. Problem is, we don't never know in a group that what we're going to do, what we need to do with our money, what we need to do with our kids, what we need to do with anything we're moving forward. Even as comedians, we need to talk about what we're going to do, because we're going back into these clubs and we don't own any clubs. So that's a conversation we need to have and talk to each other about what are we going to do, because we got a lot of platforms. There's a lot of numbers on here and we could be owning something. So, and the third point is with the police, simple. Make all the cops get malpractice insurance. You make doctors get malpractice insurance. So if they happen to kill you, their whole family feel it. Everybody feel it. What's happening is they're tied to the system. So the cops can just be like, we blue, we all blue. So even if you got black cops, like happened in Atlanta, Lance Bottoms, she wasn't playing. She said, you're fired, right? But that's not effective in every city. So you think about what would happen. You think about, and I heard Dick Gregory said it. He said, make the cops be responsible for their own insurance. If you got malpractice insurance, you think the cop is trying to you think a doctor trying to mess you up if he know you're going to get $1.5 million and you suing him directly? No, you're going to put that taser away. You're going to have a better conversation because you know you could lose your house and everything. But you pay them. They get paid leave. They get a pension. They at home chilling. And they don't kill 50 people. Make them be responsible for what they're doing. You pay attention to the rules when you know you're going to get, when you're getting your hands slapped and you're getting your hands slapped by yourself. But you can go back and tell your mama, they in here hitting me. Don't you do, because you know how mothers work. Don't care what the baby did. That's what the cops are like. I don't care what my baby did. My baby ain't wrong. And that's what we're dealing with. So if we just make them have it, that's a simple thing. You got to take out your own life. Because everybody that used to be a dude that used to beat people up, I'm going to be a cop, or getting bullied, I'm going to be a cop and I'm going to start bullying people or pushing people around. So look, if you want to be that dude and you coming in here to jump off the top rope on civilians, then you need to get some malpractice insurance. So if you hit me wrong, I could be like, yeah, I filmed you and I'm suing you. Because you're supposed to be protecting and serving me. You're supposed to be protecting and serving me. So when did that change?
And that's good. I mean, I agree with everybody, man. You said protect and serve, and you know, I was looking at that little boy singing, you know, I just want to live, God protect me. And I said, it's a shame that we have to ask God to protect us from the same people who's supposed to do the same. The cops. Yep. They're supposed to protect us. And we asking God to protect us from them. So I agree with everything y'all said.
I'm yelling at my son to take his hoodie off in the house so he doesn't get comfortable wearing his hoodie outside the house. The hoodies are made with a hood to be comfortable. Now my son can't even wear his clothes like he want to wear them. I got to retrain his brain to survive. When is that? That's not normal, man. They might as well let the aliens come. Are the aliens here?
Yeah.
Let's bring out the aliens.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, we could take this conversation a whole nother hour. We got to wrap it up, man. Thank y'all so much. Man, y'all are some of y'all are my favorites, man. I thank y'all so much. Rita, Hank, Mark, Marvin, Wellington. Thank y'all so much. And we do this every week. Fun to Me, That's Fun to Me comedy show, comedy hour. We do it every week, baby. This week, I did not want to focus on the funny, but I wanted to focus on the issues, and y'all definitely did that today. Thank y'all so much. Y'all give it up for everybody. Listen, if you tuned in, We hope you enjoy. Listen, send what y'all want to talk about. Send me, topics y'all want to talk about. We'll discuss it on next week's show. But thank y'all so much. We're going to get out of here. I don't have too much to say. Y'all said it all. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. That's funny to me. Pray, love, hug on your family, doggone, and send me some money. No, I'm just playing. All right, y'all. Good night, man. We out of here.
Peace.